Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights, where Dash dances and sings 5 nights a week.
In my rabbit hole t-shirt.
Yes, today you are doing so in your rabbit hole t-shirt. This is not an ad, but I guess it is an ad.
Well, I didn't get paid, so
I'm about to say I would say rabbit hole did not pay us, but I guess that means I did not pay. It's confusing at this
pay
point.
me. Yeah, you did
I
not
didn't
pay
pay
me.
you. No,
In fact, I paid you.
that's true. Bitch, you did pay me.
Yeah, yeah. So, go stream it. Let's get this show on the road.
Yes, let's get this pod started. I am JD, aka He Who Pods, and I'm here with.
I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B, aka let's get this show on the road.
Okay, well, speaking of getting shows on the road, it has been announced that Celine Dion will be.
Dion.
Oh, I didn't know what she was about to say. I was a little nervous. Celine Dion will be performing at the opening ceremony at the Olympics.
In Paris, which is why I said Celine Dion.
Yes, in Paris. Celine Dion will be performing at the opening ceremony. This is big news because she canceled her 2024 world tour due to her illness. Stiff person, stiff man.
Per- Stiff person
I'm
syndrome.
sorry.
That was misogynist.
I'm sorry. I was confused. I just found out the name of it today. I did not know what she had. I just knew that she was ill. Yes, I'm sorry. Stiff person syndrome.
Yes.
And so she's been battling stiff person syndrome. And so she is going to perform at the 2024 opening ceremony for the Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah, the most recent time we've seen her was what was it, the Grammys, where she presented an award to Taylor Swift. That was the last time we've seen her, but we really haven't seen much of her in the
And
last
Taylor
few
Smith
years.
mushed her and was like, "Get out the way, move,
That was so
get
cringe.
out the way."
Taylor Swift acted like she had never seen that woman a day in her life.
I'm joking for those people in the comments. Taylor Swift did not touch Celine Dion, but she also did not acknowledge Celine
She
Dion.
didn't
She
acknowledge.
just was like, "All right, thanks. Yeah, let me do my speech. Shoe fly, shoe
And
fly."
the girls were mad. Like
People
the
were upset. Yeah.
internet went crazy about this because Celine Dion is a legend. And
She was a legend.
you know, having someone like Taylor Swift, who is also legendary in her own right, not even, you don't have to fangirl, but she could have at least been like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for presenting this award to me. She didn't. She just kind of looked at her like she was the help. It was very strange. It
Yeah.
was it was very strange. But that is not important. We don't want to overshadow the fact that Celine Dion is about to do this performance.
Right.
I think this is just really exciting because she's been battling with her illness. So I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly. I'm hoping that, um, it'll be a good performance. I'm sure it will be. I don't see why it wouldn't. She doesn't strike me as somebody who would get on stage if she thought that it wasn't going to go well. Um,
I agree.
so yeah, I think opening ceremonies are on Friday actually.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to that. I guess I'll figure out where I can stream it. But yeah, if I was off, I'd go somewhere and watch it live.
Oh no, looks like you're right. July 26th.
Hmm. Yeah, if I was off, I'd go somewhere and watch it live. But unfortunately, I have to work, so I will catch it on whatever streamer is showing it. I'm assuming it's probably Peacock or one of them.
Uh, NBC will televise and Peacock will stream, according to Forbes.com.
Yeah, I figured it was probably Peacock.
The live event will begin at 1:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
And I saw today that AMC Theaters is actually showing live too. Um, which I
I'm
thought was
sure
cool.
that one's for a fee.
Yes, it's at their IMAX theaters, but I thought it was just pretty. It was a cool thing to, especially it's summertime, and I'm sure people are looking for things to do with the kids. So not a bad idea to go and check that out. Watch it on a really big screen. So
Sure.
yeah, but I hope listen, as long as the world doesn't fall apart, or rather the country doesn't fall apart by Friday, I think it'll be an interesting thing to watch. And I say that because there's just so much going on in the country right now that, that you would think that nothing could overshadow the Olympics, which is a global celebration. But I don't know. I don't know.
I would like to applaud Celine Dion. I'm sure this is not an easy thing to do,
Hmm.
given all the things that she's going through. My God.
Oh, yep.
Excuse me. I am so sorry. Let me do that again. We
Earlier.
don't have to edit it, but I just feel bad that I did that mid yawn. I would like to applaud Celine Dion. I'm sure that this is a challenging situation. This is hard for her to do, given all the things that she's going through physically, neurologically, mentally, emotionally. And so for her to do this, this is a big deal.
Yep.
I applaud her and, her strength, literally and figuratively, to be able to do this. This is no small feat.
No.
And this is probably the last time we'll see her on this type of stage, publicly, for free, etc. So I just want to say props to her for
Yep.
doing that. And I hope the Olympics gave her what the kids call a big bag.
I hope so. I was wondering that too. Do you get paid to do the Olympics? Is it like the Super Bowl where you don't?
I have no idea. I have no knowledge. Sorry.
Hmm.
I don't really do Olympic stuff.
I don't usually either, but there's just been a lot of buzz about it, I guess, to get people excited about it. Since it's happening this week, there's just been like a lot of different reports about people that are connected. They started announcing the flag bearers. I know LeBron is one of them. Um, so it's just kind of out there. It's one of those things that when it happens, it's like in your face. It's kind of hard to avoid.
Yeah.
I don't have. I'm trying to think of what I like. I like watching gymnastics and like
Okay.
figure skating. So maybe I'm more of a Winter Olympics kind of girl. Um, and track and field is always cool because there's also always people from the Caribbean, and that's exciting. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm not a big sports person, so there's that. But I think it's just the excitement of like, and it's global. It's not just here at home, but it's everywhere. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. But again, like I said, there's so much going on that it's really easy to forget or not even realize because I didn't realize until today that it was starting on Friday.
Got you. Yeah, I was clueless. So
Yeah,
can't even judge you because I had no idea.
yeah. Anyway,
Now, speaking of judging, for a long time, people have criticized Tyler Perry because he has been adamant that he doesn't need a writer's room.
yeah,
He got this, and he knows what he's doing, and he got it all by himself.
yeah. What it
But news has come
acrimony?
out. I'm sorry, what?
Remember acrimony?
I do remember Acrimony.
That one he said he wrote himself.
Yep.
So if you've seen it, you know.
Well, according to Kiki Palmer, and well, not according to her, but an interview done on Kiki Palmer, I should say.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Tyler Perry says that in the last 2 years, he's brought in writers' rooms and he's had them on some sitcoms and shows, and
Mm-hmm.
that he's trained, quote, enough young directors to be able to understand how to edit and shoot, and he has trained them.
Okay.
So they don't have to waste time. He says it's very important to know when to let go for him. And he realized at this age,
Yeah.
if he keeps holding on to the little things, then he's missing huge opportunities that he could be focusing on with other people. And so he's getting other people to take the banner and run those areas.
And
That's
he's
what he
missing out
said.
on good writing.
Shit. Yep.
Because when he said this, when he admitted to us a couple of years ago, I want to say this was like either 2020, 2021. When he admitted to us that he wasn't really a writer's room guy, everybody was confused because it was like writer's room is standard practice. That's not it's not this novel idea that
Not when you're trying to become a billionaire.
everybody has a writer's room, sir. But but it was just basically like you won't relinquish control, and that would be fine if like the things that you wrote were these phenomenal bodies of work, and they're simply not. I think you have to know your strengths, and you have to know your weaknesses, and you have to know when to pool your resources. Tyler Perry is a super talented individual. He's a multi hyphenate. I'm not at all saying that Tyler Perry hasn't done great things, but like some of the things that I really love and admire about Tyler Perry have nothing to do with his writing. That's just a fact. Y'all can go back and look. I mean, outside of the Medea series, like anyway, my point here
No,
is
no, finish that. Finish that. Outside of the Medea series, come on.
I mean, some of it is good, but some of it is not. A lot of it is not. Um, and you can tell that like it's a one dimensional view of things. If you've seen enough of the content, you're like, oh, I could see that one person was writing all of these. That's not necessarily a good thing if you're
No.
looking for good quality. The thing that makes like building out a television series or creating a movie, the thing that makes those things really interesting and the thing that really I think helps to make it a success is that people are collaborating. It is a collaborative effort. You, I mean, sure, you could write a screenplay yourself and all of that. I'm not saying that. But then at some point, you got to loop people in to try to, make sure that the ideas are fleshed out. There's cohesion in the story. Simple things.
Yep.
Simple things. I mean, they listen. The kids be in elementary school. They teaching them how to write stories that make sense. It's the same thing. I'm not likening what he does to children in school, but what I'm saying is like,
Yes, you did.
no, 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 don't take it that way. What I'm trying to say is that's common. That's a basic like expectation. It's a very basic expectation that things connect and things make sense and the fact that he is a writer and has writers makes it grows the story. I don't want to make it sound. I'm not trying to say that he writes like a child. That's not what I'm saying at all. Please don't take it that way. I don't want people to get in my ass for that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the desire
Saying
for
that children were taught to write stories that make sense.
no, the desire for us to have a story that makes sense, that is cohesive. We learned that as children. Like that's not a new
Right. So
concept that we
at his
come
big
that we
age,
learn as adults.
he should understand that concept. That's what you're saying,
Don't
right?
put words into my mouth. I try. You know what? Let's move on.
No, no,
Congratulations
no. We
to
staying
Tyler
right
Perry
here. We're gonna go
for
into this rabbit hole right
congratulations to
here.
Tyler Perry for listening to the things we said whenever we said it. Whenever we were all at home watching Acrimony, confused. Okay, just because he used to brag about not having a writer's room, and people would be like, "Sir, do you realize that not having a writer's room is
Uh
not?
oh.
It's not. This is not a good thing." we have watched phenomenal shows that had great writers, and that is indication enough that a writer's room can't hurt you. Even if he gets the final say, it can't hurt to hear other people's ideas. Whatever. You're gonna make me have to be the monster here. That's fine.
I'm just letting you go.
What do you
Listen,
think about this?
I believe when someone is cooking, you get out the kitchen.
What do you think of this?
You let them have it. Oh, you got this? You don't need me? All right. I'm gonna step out the way.
What do you think of
When
this?
you have too many chefs in the kitchen, you fuck it up. So you listen, you were hooking up a filet mignon just now. So I was getting out the way, you know what I mean?
I think we all know about Tyler Perry. I don't think it's a secret. If you know, you know. And a lot of
I
people
think we
don't.
know. I
Right.
think we know. Listen,
Right.
I'm not a big fan of Tyler Perry films. I get shocked when he does a good one. So yeah,
Man.
if the reason is because you're doing them by yourself, you a billionaire now. Hire some people, spend some of that money, so you can make some money when you put out these films. Not to say they don't make money. Clearly, he's a billionaire and he has a studio and he's renting out the studio to
Oh
Marvel and other places, other companies,
yeah. Yeah.
rather. Yeah, listen, not saying he's a dumb guy at all, but
No.
it would behoove you to include a writer's room. It would behoove you to get some help and also to delegate. You know what I'm saying? You're a billionaire now. Delegate some things. You know what I'm saying? Hey Dash, do me a favor. Go handle that. Hey JD, it's in your room already. I already put the script there. I just need you to flush out scene number 6. You know what I'm saying? You
I
gotta
would
do
work
that.
for Tyler Perry.
I don't think you can anymore. I think you are crossed off the list after this episode.
I would work for Tyler Perry. I would work
We
at
might
Tyler
have
Perry
to do like Joe
Studios.
Budden and delete this episode.
I once considered moving to Georgia, and my goal was to work for Tyler Perry Studios. Fun fact. A lot of people don't know, most people don't know that. But yeah, I strongly considered moving,
But you
especially.
changed your mind because you remember that as a 7-year-old, you were taught that
You see,
stories are
and you
supposed to.
will be the reason why I would never get hired. You will be the reason.
Ah, yeah.
I could. You don't have to try to sabotage me. I could do this
No, I
podcast from
understand that you
elsewhere.
gave up your dream because Tyler Perry doesn't have writers' rooms, and you were hoping to get into the writers' room. I get it.
I would fall more on the business side of things, given my experience. But
You would help him. You would help him market the shit out of those no writing room movies.
absolutely,
Got it. I believe
absolutely. Um, it doesn't have to be good for you to sell it.
Yeah, I believe that is 1000% true. There are plenty of things that are trash being sold all the time in all genres and all walks of life.
If you put your mind to it, anything can make you money. Oh, and his name has cachet. Like I'm not gonna act like.
Yes, lots of it.
Listen, really quick. One of my favorite podcasters, Demetria L. Lucas, she spoke about the BET Awards, and she said, people often, and she likened this to Tyler watching a Tyler Perry film. That's why I'm bringing it up. But she said people tend to do this thing where they talk about how, oh, this is trash, and every year it's trash and it's awful and it's this and it's that and it's that, but they still show up on the night
Of
every
course, to
year
watch it.
to watch it. And even if they're watching it to hate watch it, they're still watching it. They're still contributing to the ratings. They're still
Right.
contributing to the online chatter. They're still feeding the machine. And she then spoke about, because Tyler Perry has a new film out right now, and she was speaking about that film and saying it wasn't that great. But same situation, it's going to do well
Right.
because people want to see just how crazy it's gonna get. just how bizarre the storyline is going to be, just how weird or not great the acting is going to be. Like,
No, listen, there is a
you know,
market, a huge market for bad movies.
yeah.
Like I know people who are like, oh man, I really like to spend a day just watching shitty movies. Like I enjoy the bad of the movies. I ain't gonna put names out there because these people are my friends. I don't want to out them, but they must have missed class that day when the teacher said that the stories need to make sense.
I think that I understand. It depends on what is entertaining to you, what you find to be entertainment. I understand watching something because it's so bad that it's entertaining. But I also think that sometimes watching things that you don't like is a waste of I think most of the time watching something you don't like is a waste of time.
So
So,
they enjoy being able to pick apart how bad it is.
um, okay.
They find comedy and like, oh my god, did you see that right there? That's crazy. Why wouldn't they edit that out?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I see where people find entertainment in that. Um,
Like all the accounts now that post all the crazy Tubi stuff.
yes. I
Super
like
entertaining.
it's entertaining to watch as a clip. I just
My favorite clip is the security guard who was knocked out, and then they cut, and it's replaced by like a guy with short hair, and now it's a guy with dreads.
right.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be the same security guard when they come back and from the break.
Yeah. So those are always funny to watch. I don't know if I'm gonna sit through a whole Tubi film to watch for that, but to each his own. Like, what I find entertaining is not necessarily what other people find entertaining. So, um, I get it. There's things that I've watched that I've been like, oh, this is terrible. I do that. I feel like, well, I don't really watch a whole lot of reality television these days, but when I did, it's like watching like Love and Hip Hop. And some people will fight me on this and say that Love and Hip Hop is a great show. Um, I think what makes it entertaining is not that it's actually like good or positive or anything like that. What makes it entertaining is the train wreck of it all.
Right.
So I understand that. That's why I'm saying like it's kind of like a pick your poison type of thing. Everybody is entertained by something different. So no judgment there, but I just things that I know I don't like, or like I started to watch this and I just did it offend me, or like did it whatever, or I just was like, oh, I don't like this, or this is stupid. I can't watch it because it's just not, to me, that's not entertaining. But I get that other people feel that way. Um,
I understand.
so you want to go to the next topic, or you want to?
No, let's do it.
All right.
So on my podcast, I have been talking about how people are ditching dating apps and trying to find IRL events, in real life events.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a running club, and I noticed it's not the kind of thing we normally talk about, but I wanted to see what your opinion was.
Listen,
There's a a
we're
running club
well-rounded
called
people around here. We could talk about anything.
right. We don't need writers' rooms. Um, the Lunge Run Club. This is according to Timeout.com.
Mm-hmm.
It says the Lunge Run Club is the fastest growing running club for singles to meet in the city right now. New York City, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It was founded by Lunge, a dating app that prioritizes connecting singles instead of endlessly swiping this past May. And so I just wanted to read that part, but basically they are, well, I guess I should read how does Lunge Club work. People who attend Lunge Run Club can sign up with Lunge dating app and match exclusively with others at the Lunge, excuse me, at the Lunge Run Club. So far, there have been more than 15,000 likes exchanged from one Lunge Run Club runner to another. Uh, and so basically, they are a dating running club. And so my question is not what you think about the club, but would you sign up for a running club or something like that to meet possible dating opportunities? Or
And you said that people are going to this knowing that it's like supposed to be matchmaking in some way, right?
yeah, that's what it says.
So I don't think that I would go to that, but I do think that I would join a run club to meet people.
Okay.
If that's something I like
But
to
to
do,
meet people to date though, right? That's the question.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going doing things that you're interested in. I'm not saying to go join the run club if you don't run. I'm saying I join the run club because I do run.
No, no, no. That would be crazy.
Well, some people do. Yo,
People's out
I
there
remember a
dying.
friend of mine was like, I'm gonna go do CrossFit. And I was like, that sounds terrible. And she was like, I'm gonna go do CrossFit because this guy I like does CrossFit. And I'm like,
Is she still alive today?
yes. And I don't think that ever got off the ground, to be
You see?
honest. Because people will see right through you too. Like you can
Of
only
course.
hide things for a certain amount of time. Like
Of course.
I wouldn't be the one to be like, oh yeah, I go hard at the gym and I'm like this hardcore fitness person. Cause I'm not a hardcore fitness person. I'm someone who is who wants to live long and who wants to be healthy. And so I try to exercise when I can. that's that's it. Like that's my fitness description. I don't want my levels to be through the roof when I go to the doctor. That is it. And of course, like I want to wear a crop top and a bikini. That's just me being honest. There are people who are like, I love fitness, I love sports. That's not me.
Right.
So I'm never gonna lie about that. But do I like to run? Yes. So would I join a run club? Yes. Now, if I go now in my mind, I think when you go do things that are social and you go do things you like, you will meet people, whether it's platonic friendships or even people that you can have romantic relationships with. So totally, if like somebody told me, man, I joined this club recently and there's some cute guys in the run club, sign me up for the run club. I would join the run club. I think that makes sense, right? Because I'm meeting someone who likes something that I like, and maybe we'll find that we have something in common. Maybe, we'll connect. I don't think I would join it just on some, oh, there's a run club. And also I don't like the idea of everybody going for that reason. Because then I feel like it takes the fun out of the fitness.
Right.
But I think if you do it like on some, oh, I found out about this run club, blah blah blah, whatever, that's fine. I think it's them organizing it. I guess it's no different than all of the other things I've done. I've done speed dating before. I've done dating apps before. I guess it's not that different.
Okay.
So no judgment if that's what people want to do, but I don't see myself joining the dating run club. It's awkward because then you're like, I don't know, then there's like pressure to be, you know, you have to like, I feel like you'll be inclined to act a certain way in the dating run club versus because you're out on the prowl. You can kind of be a little bit more cool girl, cool guy if you're just joining a run club and you're like, oh, he's cute or oh, she's cute. That's different. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It certainly does. And I wanted to read something here that kind of speaks to that. It
Okay.
says, compared to other clubs, Lunge Run Club takes away the masquerade of hoping to meet someone. Instead, we allow people to put themselves out there and join a space with a community centered approach first and running second.
No, see, I just feel like then you're
Hold
gonna
on,
end up
hold on.
meeting a lot of people who don't even really care about fitness. It's just gonna be people who they're just
Well,
there
the
just
interviewer
to
asked them,
find a
what
husband or wife.
happens? Right. The interviewer asked them, what happens if someone finds their significant other in the running club? Are they banished? And they
Yeah,
said, no, no. They said, you can stay in the run club. They want people to stay in the run club. Just that they ask if you are taken, you wear colors. And if you're single, you wear black.
no, no.
You won't wear black.
You know, no. So now I have to wear something that shows you that I'm single.
There's a social, man, what's this thing called? A social experiment. I thought of joining it years ago. That's what you just reminded me of when you said that. There's a social experiment. I think it's called Evo, but it's a green ring that you wear on your wedding ring finger. And when other people see that green ring and should have the same green ring, I don't have a green ring, but you know the finger. Um, it signals that they are also single.
Oh. I
And
used to
it's
wear
like
a ring on my ring finger, just a regular ring.
to throw people off.
No, just because
Oh.
it was fashionable.
Well, this is the point of this experiment. That's what you just made me think about. And so I think it's called Evo. None of these things are ads. It's just interesting conversation. They didn't pay us,
Mhm.
but I'll take an ad, Evo. You know, I'll even wear it. I'm single. You know what I mean? If y'all pay me. But
I could be persuaded to wear the ring if I was paid,
right. You know what I'm
or
saying?
at least was
Uh
able to join for free.
yeah, I forgot how much it is, but I thought about joining. I just wanted to see what would happen because it says that the idea is that it's easier to approach people because you see they have the ring. So
Mm.
even if you don't connect on an attraction level, at least you know, hey, I am part of this social experiment. We could talk about how this social experiment is going for you so far.
That I would do.
Yeah, and so wearing black in the run club is kind of the same thing.
I just don't like the idea of. I think it's the fact that it's a run club. I think that's what kind of throws it off for me because I don't. I guess it's fine. It's fine for whoever thinks that they would do that. I just think for me that's not why I exercise. So I just feel like it's weird, and now
Right.
it's making exercising awkward. And because meeting people is not always a cakewalk. It's not always the easiest thing to do. Sometimes you meet people and you might be into them, but maybe they're not into you. And even if
Yeah.
it's not that, or vice versa, but even if it's not that, it's just like I feel like it creates a tension there that I don't want to feel when I'm trying to exercise. So I think that's why I said if it's the situation where it's a little bit more organic than that, I don't mind it. But I do, because again, I do think you should go to places that you find interesting, whether it's a museum or a run club or going to the gym or wherever you like to go bowling, you join a bowling club, whatever it is. I think you should go places that you like and you enjoy and you have an interest in. And I think you will end up meeting people. I have a friend who met her guy in a cycling club, not because she was looking for a guy, but because she actually likes to ride her bike. And they bonded over that. So
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm against it. And that's why I said, oh, maybe this is an interesting topic for the pod.
Yeah,
Because on my pod, I wouldn't give my opinion. I would just say this is what's going on.
yeah.
To me, I appreciate that they're honest and say that the community aspect is centered and the running part is second. I
Mhm.
appreciate that they're straight up about that. But see,
Yeah.
that's the problem for me.
Mhm.
I don't go to the gym or I don't go outside and run to be distracted.
Mhm.
I'm not the person in the gym trying to stop working out and go get the fly girl over there. Or say to my friend who I'm supposed to be spotting, yo, you got this, right? The shorty over there in the purple, I gotta get that. I'm not that person. In fact, I hate when I'm at the gym and the person spotting me is now leaving me to die to try to go bag dashing D. Fam, I'm in the middle of a set here. I need you, and you're abandoning me to go try to bag shorty. I don't go to the gym for that. I don't go running for that. I understand certain social spaces, and I think that's the confusion here. To me, running is not social. And I understand I'm in the minority with that because I run alone. Most people enjoy running in packs, like at a marathon or in a runner's club. I want to just be in the zone doing my thing. Now, if I'm with a friend, cool, right? Like if you said, hey, Jake, let's go run a 5K tomorrow. All right, we are running the 5K. Obviously, I'm not going to ignore you and be like, later, bitch, I'm out. No, of course not.
Yeah.
Right. But my point is, I don't join clubs for that. I don't go to the gym. I don't go anywhere in that's not a social setting. And I think that's the confusion here. The gym is not a social setting. The gym is a place to go work on yourself, improve yourself. Just like to me, I look at it like a library. Like I'm not in the library trying to bag people. I'm in the library trying to learn whatever I'm trying to learn or do research on whatever I'm trying to do research on. And if you approach me in the library, I'm probably gonna say, please leave me alone. I'm trying to read my book. Maybe not in that way. I might be a little nicer and say, oh, thank you, but no, thank you. I'm really trying to learn about, why the earth spins on its axis this way or whatever fucking topic. So now I think it's different in certain settings. Certain settings are social settings. I think in places that are deemed a social setting, yeah, that's something you're more open to, right? If I'm at the bar sipping on an old fashioned and a young lady says, "Hey, I'll buy your next one," or asks me, "Hey, what made you pick out that blue shirt? Do you know why those stripes were designed that way?" I have no clue why the shirt was designed this way, but if I'm in a social setting, I'm more open to hearing that type of thing. I'm more open to approaching others and to being approached. But not when I'm running, not
See,
when
I
I'm at the
think
gym.
See, I think a little bit differently about that because I feel like I said, I think that places that you enjoy, I think that sometimes you end up meeting people unexpectedly. I realize that with dating today, like there has to be a lot of intention behind it. Like you can't just most people can't just walk outside today and go about their day and bump into somebody and now a year 2 years later they're married to the person. That's probably more uncommon than we'd like.
Right.
But I do think that there are opportunities to meet people organically. So I do think that if you're in the library is a little tricky because the library is supposed to be a quiet place.
That's
So
right. And not
maybe
like
that's not.
movies.
But maybe at the bookstore, you're in a section of the bookstore and you're checking out books and you look over and there's a cute girl there or there's a cute guy there and they're looking at a book that you were interested in. Hey, that could spark up a conversation and you never know what that conversation could turn into. Um, so I don't think that it has to be like a bar setting. I also feel like what's unfortunate is that we all think of it that way most of the time where it's like this super social setting like a bar or a restaurant or something or you're at a club or whatever and people are out there and they're on the prowl, but I think that you probably have better luck finding people who have common interests in places where you find interest. um so so I think that's where we differ on this because I think there is opportunity there. Like I said, it's a lot fewer and far between. It's harder to find, um, but I don't think it's impossible. And I think if you're meeting people in person, then yeah, you got to go to the place. What am I doing at What am I doing at the karate school if I'm not into that? You know what I mean? but I'm going there
Right,
to
but if
what?
I'm
Meet.
going to learn martial arts, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm
I
going there to learn martial arts.
Right, sure, but I'm just saying, if I actually had an interest in that, and someone else who, unbeknownst to me, had an interest in it too, then yeah, like after class, oh hey, saw that kick you did, that was really cool. I haven't been able to do that
Yeah,
yet.
but
What
I
about
think,
you?
but I'm,
I think that
but I
that
think that,
happens, but
yeah,
I
but that's
wouldn't
where I,
go on purpose to the
that's
martial
what I'm
arts
saying.
school
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
looking for that, because that's not something I'm interested in. I think what this thing does is it creates an environment for there to be some disingenuine parties. And that's, I think, what I have an issue with. If it's genuine and it's organic, I think it's fine. But when it's not, it just kind of feels like you're being placed in a matchmaking situation, and you're gonna find out in 3 months that this person actually is a slob, and they don't ever work out, and they don't ever want to run, and now you're getting up for a run every day and they don't want to go, or they're like, no, stay in bed. You know what I mean? I just feel like
Yeah, I
you
don't
can
like it. Like I agree that organic situations will happen in certain settings, right? Like if I go to the gym every day at 8 a.m. and so does a young lady, and we happen to grow a relationship of some sort over time, I think that's okay.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is what you just said at the end, which is I'm not going to the gym or karate class or running with the intention and the focus of I gotta find somebody to go on a date with on Friday. I
Yeah.
gotta find my life partner here. No, if I'm in martial arts class and I'm learning, Taekwondo,
Mhm.
and I meet a young lady who is also very interested not only in martial arts but in the world of martial arts. And now we're like, oh, did you hear Cobra Kai just dropped their first half of their final season? Oh yeah, I haven't watched any yet. You want to go watch it and have some pizza? Oh man, that sounds fly. Yes, let's go. I think that's okay, but I'm not going to martial arts class like, all right, but who's the prettiest white belt in here? I gotta take her home tonight.
Mhm.
No, no, that's my issue.
No, I get it. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen. Like I said, I feel like I've done all of the things. I've done the silent disco, um, where it was like meant for you to meet people. I've done speed dating too many times. Um, I've been on the apps. I've done a lot of different things. So I feel like you gotta do whatever makes you happy.
Oh, the dating ring is called pair.
Mm, okay,
Pair ring.
I think that would be interesting. I do. Anyway,
Oh, there's two different versions. Anyway, we talk about it off pod.
yeah, we gotta get out of here.
Yes, we do. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here, watching, viewing, subscribing, commenting, liking, all of it. We appreciate you, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.